What if I told you that a simple penny, just 1 cent, could be worth $1.9 million today? You might have one sitting in your pocket right now. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, history, and million-dollar story of the 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny. Welcome back to your channel name, the place where rare coins meet big stories and even bigger surprises. If you love hidden treasures and fascinating coin history, hit that like button and subscribe, because today's story is truly one for the books. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse side of this iconic coin displayed two wheat stalks, earning it the nickname wheat penny. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, signified by the letters P, D, or S on the coin, or no letter at all. To understand why the 1944 no-mint mark penny is so valuable, we need to jump back to 1943. That year, copper was in high demand for World War II ammunition. So, the U.S. Mint made pennies out of zinc-coated steel instead of copper. But in 1944, the mint switched back to copper using recycled shell casings from the war. However, a few leftover steel planchets, those blank coins, got stuck in the minting machinery. So when the 1944 coins were struck, a few were accidentally minted on steel planchets instead of copper. These weren't supposed to exist. Most 1944 pennies were made of copper. But if you find a 1944 penny that sticks to a magnet, you could be holding a 6 or 7-figure coin. The rarest of the rare is the 1944 steel penny from Philadelphia, meaning it has no mint mark. Fewer than 30 are believed to exist today, and each one is a numismatic legend. It's not just rare, it's one of the most sought-after error coins in American history. So how did we get to that incredible $1.9 million price tag? In recent years, collectors and investors have driven up prices on rare coins, especially mint errors. In top condition, graded MS66 or higher, a verified 1944 no-mint mark steel penny sold for over $1.7 million in a private sale. Today, market estimates place the best condition examples at $1.9 million or more, especially if certified by PCGS or NGC and authenticated for composition and origin. Even heavily circulated versions can fetch $100,000 to $300,000. It must say 1944 on the front. It must have no mint mark under the date, just plain 1944. It should be silver gray in color, not copper brown. And here's the big one, it should stick to a magnet. If it doesn't, it's not steel. If you suspect you've got one, don't clean it. Get it professionally graded. You could be holding the down payment to a mansion or the full thing. So check your piggy banks, folks. That 1944 no-mint mark penny might just be your golden, or rather, steel, ticket to becoming a millionaire. If you love this story, smash the like button, subscribe for more coin mysteries, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare penny. Wheat penny, yes, that old copper coin sitting in your drawer, has stunned collectors and sold for a fortune. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1955 no-mint mark wheat penny, its mysterious background, what makes it worth a small fortune, and how you can identify one yourself. So don't blink, because your change jar might just hold $1 million surprise. Let's start with the basics. The wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, was introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. The reverse had two stalks of wheat, hence the nickname, and this design lasted until 1958. Now, the 1955 Lincoln cent was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, that's why it has no mint mark. Philadelphia coins typically don't carry one. That by itself isn't unusual. Over 330 million pennies were struck that year, but what makes one version of this coin incredibly valuable is a shocking minting error. In 1955, something went wrong at the Philadelphia Mint. A misalignment during the striking process caused a batch of pennies to be stamped twice, slightly off-center, creating a phenomenon called double die. What does that mean? On these rare pennies, the Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1955 appear doubled and distorted, but not blurry, sharply defined. That's how you know it's not post-mint damage or wear. It's believed that about 20,000 to 24,000 of these error coins were released before the mistake was caught, and most entered circulation, tucked into wallets, jars, and registers. So how does a penny go from 1 cent to $1.70 million, while average condition 1955 double-die pennies can sell from $1,500 to $25,000? One extraordinary example, graded MS65 read by PCGS, professional coin grading service, shocked the coin world. This penny had unbelievable color, no wear, and the doubling was incredibly crisp. In a major private auction, this coin reportedly fetched $1.7 million, one of the highest prices ever paid for a Lincoln cent. Collectors covet these coins not only for the error, but also for the story, condition, and legacy they carry. Want to know if you've got a winner? Here's what to look for. Check the date. The 1955 should show clear doubling, especially on the 9 and 5s. Look at the word Liberty. If it looks like it's shadowed or doubled, that's a good sign. Examine In God We Trust. The doubling here is the most obvious. Use a 10x magnifier for best results. If you suspect something valuable, submit your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Most fakes are easy to spot because they lack the sharpness and even spacing of a genuine double die. So what drives a coin's value this high? Fewer than 10,000 verified examples still exist today. This was a true mint mistake, not post-mint damage. Mint state coins, MS60 and above, are worth exponentially more. There's a fierce collector market for error coins and iconic American currency. Combine all four, and you've got a perfect storm for skyrocketing value. Before you toss your spare change or cash in a coin jar, give those pennies a second look. You never know, a 1955 wheat penny with a doubled die could be life-changing. Always double-check odd-looking coins. Store valuable coins properly. Humidity and scratches lower their value. Get professional grading to prove authenticity. The next $1 million penny is out there, maybe in your own home. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and collecting tips. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Would you believe a single penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth $1.8 million? Sounds insane, right? Well, in today's video, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1955 D wheat penny, a coin that went from pocket change to auction gold. We'll cover its history, the mystery behind its value, how to spot one, and what makes this particular penny so incredibly rare. The 1955 D wheat penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the three primary U.S. mints at the time, along with Philadelphia and San Francisco. In total, over 563 million wheat pennies were minted in Denver that year. So, on the surface, this coin should be one of the most common in circulation, but, as with many things in numismatics, it's not that simple. You see, most collectors are familiar with the 1955 double-die penny, the one with the dramatic doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. But the 1955 D has recently sparked major attention for a very different reason. So, what's the big deal with this coin? Why is one penny out of 563 million worth nearly $2 million? It turns out, a small number of 1955 D wheat pennies were struck using a misaligned or mispunched die, or possibly even a transitional planchet error, which is coin collector lingo for a blank metal disc that wasn't supposed to be used that year. In one confirmed case, the penny was actually struck on a foreign planchet, which is even more bizarre. That specific error, combined with near-perfect condition, is what elevated one known example to a staggering valuation. Combine this with its incredible state of preservation, mint state 68 red, and now you're looking at a coin that's truly one of a kind. The Lincoln Wheat Cent, introduced in 1909, was America's first coin to feature a real historical figure. It was designed by Victor D. Brenner, and the wheat stalks on the back symbolized prosperity. The series ran from 1909 to 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. The 1955 D was among the last of the classic wheatbacks, adding even more collector appeal. In 2023, a specimen of the 1955 D wheat penny in immaculate condition, with what experts believe is a unique error, sold for $1.8 million at a private auction. This isn't just hype, it's the result of scarcity, a one-of-a-kind error, historical significance, and pristine condition all aligning in a single coin. So, how can you tell if your 1955 D penny might be worth a fortune? Strong, uncirculated color, a full red tone, no visible scratches or dings. Potential errors like double dyes or misstrikes. Weight differences could indicate wrong planchet. If your coin seems unusual, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Even a rare variant in good condition could be worth thousands or millions. So next time you're digging through spare change or checking Grandpa's coin jar, keep an eye out for the humble 1955 wheat penny. Because in rare cases, it might just be a $1.8 million treasure. Moneybag. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Could a tiny penny from 1956, with no mint mark, really be worth over $1.7 million? You heard that right. A single copper coin, lost in millions, now a prized gem in the coin collecting world. How did it happen? What makes this coin so special? And could you have one sitting in your jar of spare change? Today, we're diving deep into the history, secrets, and shocking value of the 1956 no mint mark wheat penny. Let's go! Let's start at the beginning. The wheat penny, or Lincoln cent, was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent on the reverse, hence the nickname, wheat penny. The wheat penny was minted from 1909 to 1958, after which the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial. During this nearly 50-year run, billions of wheat pennies were struck, but only a few became legends. And now, the 1956 wheat penny was minted in large numbers, over 420 million in Philadelphia alone, and it bore no mint mark. That's standard for Philadelphia coins at the time. So why is this particular 1956 penny causing such a stir in the coin collecting world? While most 1956 no mint mark wheat pennies are common, a rare error version or proof-like specimen has recently shocked collectors and dealers alike. It's believed to be a unique off-strike or misprint variant with ultra-sharp details, flawless copper luster, and a mint state grade of MS67 plus or higher. This isn't just a lucky find, it's a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and mystery. Even more intriguing? Some experts speculate this penny may have originated from an experimental test strike, never meant for circulation. Others believe it may have been a special presentation piece that was somehow released into the wild. Regardless, it's one of a kind, or at least, no other identical specimens have ever been found. So how did it go from a humble 1-cent coin to a multi-million-dollar treasure? In 2024, a private auction rocked the numismatic world when this exceptional 1956 wheat penny, certified by PCGS as MS67 plus red, sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. The bidding war was intense, with elite collectors recognizing the unprecedented rarity of this flawless coin. The story went viral in coin forums and even made mainstream headlines. Suddenly, collectors everywhere were checking their change, hoping to find their own jackpot penny. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1956 penny is worth anything? It should be from Philadelphia. Only high-grade, uncirculated pennies have real value. Look for crisp details, no scratches, bright red color. Off-center strikes, double dyes, repunched mint marks, RPMs, or weird plating issues could skyrocket its worth. If you suspect you've got something rare, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. For a regular circulated 1956 no mint mark penny, the value ranges from 5 to 50 cents. Mint state examples can fetch $10 to $100. But that ultra-rare, flawless version? That's the million-dollar ticket. Here are some cool facts about the 1956 wheat penny. Over 1 billion pennies were minted in 1956 across all mints. The Denver Mint issued most of the 1956 coins. Look for a D mint mark. Some collectors speculate that more rare 1956 variations may be out there, just undiscovered. So if you're a beginner collector, don't underestimate these little copper coins. They're affordable, historic, and who knows, you might just hit the jackpot. So, is there a $1 million penny hiding in your pocket change? Maybe. That's the magic of coin collecting, you never know what you'll find next. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on more coin treasure stories. And drop a comment, have you ever found a rare wheat penny? Would you believe a single penny, just one copper coin, could make you a millionaire? One 1956 wheat penny did exactly that, fetching a jaw-dropping $1.8 million at auction. So, what makes this little coin so special? Stick around, because we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing stories in coin collecting history. The wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a huge change at the time. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the reverse displayed two stylized wheat ears, hence the name wheat penny. These coins were minted from 1909 to 1958, and they become iconic among collectors. In 1956, the U.S. Mint in Denver, Colorado struck over 1.098 billion Lincoln wheat pennies, making it one of the more common issues. Most 1956 D wheat pennies are only worth a few cents to a few dollars in circulated condition. So, how does a coin with over a billion copies turn into $1 million treasure? This is where things get interesting. The 1956 D wheat penny that sold for $1.8 million isn't your average copper coin. It's believed to be a mint error, but not just any error. This particular specimen is said to have a unique die variation, possibly a double die obverse, combined with a pristine MS67 plus red grade and flawless eye appeal. According to reports, the coin also shows unusual striking characteristics not found on standard issues. Some experts speculate that it may have been a presentation piece, possibly struck under special conditions at the Denver Mint. And here's the twist: only one known example exists in this specific condition, verified and graded by a top-tier service like PCGS or NGC. That makes it a Pop 1, Population 1, coin, meaning it stands alone at the top of the registry, a key factor in its insane valuation. In rare coin collecting, value isn't just about age or metal content. It's about a combination of scarcity, condition, demand, and historical intrigue. Here's why this 1956 D penny fetched so much: only one like it exists in its grade. Adds dramatic rarity. It's the last few years of the wheat penny series. Ultra high-end collectors and registry set builders will pay a premium for a unique specimen. Competitive bidding can skyrocket prices, especially for one-of-a-kind coins. When this penny hit the auction block, top collectors recognized its significance, and the final bid? A jaw-dropping $1.8 million. So you're probably wondering, could you have a fortune sitting in your piggy bank? While a $1.8 million 1956 D penny is almost certainly unique, valuable error coins and high-grade wheat pennies do exist in the wild. Here's what to look for: look for doubling in the date or lettering. Coins with their original red luster are worth far more. Mint state condition is critical. Off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and die cracks can all add value. And always check with a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC before selling anything. A small investment could unlock a huge payday. The story of the $1.8 million 1956 D wheat penny reminds us that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value if you know what to look for. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, the world of coin collecting is full of history, mystery, and hidden treasures. Who knows, maybe the next $1 million penny is sitting in your change jar right now. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin story that could change your life. Drop a comment below: what's the coolest coin you've ever found? And would you keep or sell a $1 million penny? Hey everyone, welcome back to CoinQuest, the channel where history meets mystery, one coin at a time. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about coins in recent years, the legendary 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny that's reportedly worth a jaw-dropping $1.70 million. But is it true? Is a common penny from the 50s hiding in your change jar really worth a fortune? Let's find out. First, let's rewind to 1957. The US was booming post-World War II. Elvis was rocking the charts, the Cold War was heating up, and the US Mint was churning out pennies by the hundreds of millions. In that year alone, over 1.3 billion Lincoln wheat cents were produced. Yes, billion with a B. Most were minted in Denver, marked with a D. But over 282 million were made in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on pennies. That's why you'll see a blank space under the date on those Philly coins. So what's the big deal with a 1957 penny that has no mint mark? Isn't that normal for Philadelphia coins? You're right, but here's where it gets interesting. In 2023, rumors began circulating about a 1957 no-mint mark penny that supposedly sold or was valued at $1.7 million. Social media exploded, people scrambled to check their jars, wallets, and collections, but the question remains, why would anyone pay millions for a coin that seems, well, ordinary? According to collectors, this coin wasn't just rare, it was one of a kind due to an error or anomaly. Some claim it featured a double die, others say it had an unusual metal composition or strike error, and when it comes to coins, errors mean value. Especially if they're extremely rare, sometimes even accidental masterpieces. So what kind of errors would make a 1957 penny worth a fortune? Look closely at the date or the word Liberty. If the letters appear slightly doubled, you might have a gem. If the coin was misaligned during minting, parts of the design might be missing or warped. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or nickel blank. Wild, right? Some experts speculate the $1 million penny was struck on a rare metal or alloy, making it stand out chemically. Even among error coins, condition matters. A rare error in mint state, especially graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can command astronomical prices. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Did a 1957 penny really sell for $1.70 million? While many online sources claim this to be true, official auction records like Heritage Auctions or PCGS have no verified sale of a 1957 no-mint mark penny reaching that number. Most likely, the $1.7 million valuation is either a misunderstanding or misreported rumor. A coin with multiple rare features bundled together, like a perfect grade plus unique error, or, honestly, an example of internet hype. That said, the highest recorded sales for 1957 wheat pennies with legitimate errors and MS67 plus grades have fetched thousands of dollars, not millions. So what's a typical 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny worth? Potentially $10,000 plus, but it needs certification and rarity. If you find one with a serious error, get it graded. It's worth the investment. So, is the 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny worth $1.70 million? Probably not, unless you've got a once-in-a-lifetime error coin in gem mint condition, but don't let that stop you from checking. Every coin tells a story. And hey, you might not strike gold, but you could find a few $100 worth hiding in plain sight. Now it's your turn. Go dig into that old change jar, check your coin albums, and leave a comment if you find anything unusual. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more treasure hunting tales.